Hi guys. Hey Galen. Hey Dan. Hey Peter Cole. How are we guys? Right. Quiet morning. Quiet morning. We got our two trades and um let's see what we can do. See if anything sets up. We've got ADP news in 12 minutes. We've got advanced GDP quarter on quarter in 27 minutes. And we also have comics opening soon. So NASDAQ, I only like long opportunities. I don't like short opportunities. If I'm going to sell NASDAQ, it'll be below here, which to be fair, if it drops 120 points quickly, then maybe we'll be looking at a buy setup from this area. Um, DAX, well, we had a nice little winning trade here this morning. Went to desired target. We only got 30 points out of it because this retracement here stopped us out at break even for the last little bit. Um, uh, let's see. Okay. Hey Tiff, how you doing, darling? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Um, oh, what's going on there? Top fans. Um, okay, so let's get rid of this. It doesn't make sense anymore. Let's get rid of that. It doesn't make sense anymore. And neither does that. So let's get rid of that. In terms of shorts, this doesn't. So we'll look below here. So we've got a relatively big no trade range here on the DAX as well. So the no trade range is going to be like this. The markets, or not the markets, well, yeah, the markets, the charts are horrible at the minute. Absolutely horrible. There isn't much to really get involved with. And I knew I was going to do that. Burn my mouth straight away. Never learn. It's the second time today already. Go and make a fresh coffee and then put it straight in the chops. Right. News is what I'm hoping will at least give us a bit of a shake up. So yeah, DAX, we're going to look for longs above 24,300. Red zone is off the cards, and we'll look for sells below 24.15, call it 152 with spread. So yeah, we've got a bit of a way to work with. It either needs to drop about 90 points before we can get a sell, or we need to see a rally of around 60 points before we can get a potential buy here. NASDAQ, well, what I will look for, depending how we are coming into the news, will be so even gold. We just need to have a little shuffle. So like gold, what I'm thinking is, depending what happens around the news. See, all this is just no good for me. So it's going to be 3333. Um, and that means that's going to be 36. Ooh, 36 pip range. So it's still fine to take a trade. And we just need to copy this news across here. we'll look first. Sells below, oh, but I don't think this will come in. You never know. 33.08. Leave it at that. So guys, let me know where you're logging in from. We've got any new faces in today, or is it the ever faithful? Do you have any new faces? Yeah, this is look. We need something to kickstart the moves in the market. We've got 70-point range here. Is that Mr. Helm? I'm just guessing because everyone's names are different on YouTube. Put brilliant. Welcome. Good afternoon, sir. So we've got a 68 pip range there. And to the downside on the DAX, we have 120. So that is essentially, I'm happy to go long here. I'm happy to go short here because that's going to be the 15-minute support. All of this. Now, common question I get asked is, why is this in no trade range? Why do I not want to trade in there? Well, simple answer is, you think about a motorway and you think about it in rush hour. Hey Adam, how you doing, buddy? The congestion that is there, you can't get to motorway speeds, right? Because there's too much traffic. Hence, the motorways will put on 40 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour. They'll put on the alert that we've got to reduce our speed because it's too busy. So what you want to think about is when you're looking where you're about to trade, let's say you've drawn a level in here because it's a resistance level. But when you look left, what do you see? Meaning, do you see nice big momentum candles like this or nice big momentum candles like that? If you don't, and you just see small bodies and then a buyer candle, seller candle, a seller candle, buyer candle, wick, wick, that is congestion. That is traffic. What you want to see is you want to see it's like a motorway where you can really put your foot down and the candles are just going in a straight line. So if you have a resistance level and you don't see that clear traffic, then even just because it's a resistance level and just because we've broken out and closed above it and we've had a wick down, don't place the trade, guys. Just sit on your hands, watch it. If it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, you go, hey, thank you. I'm glad I stayed out of that one. I mean, look at that. And so, pound yen, if anyone looked at it, this morning we put on the buys above 19788, candles closed above, next candle's wick down, buy above the high. You'd have got your 15 pip target. Then we've got BPC trade here. Buy a candle comes in, wick down, buy the highs. Probably wouldn't do that one because it's too close to this one. But that would have been a trade. I didn't trade it. I wasn't looking. Staying away. Waiting for clear opportunity. So I'm going to tell you what my so I'm going to tell you what ideally I want to see the market, or I want to see gold drop on the news. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see gold drop on the news. And if it drops hard on the news, I'm going to place a buy stop above the high of the candle, the news candle. So at 130, I don't mind about 115 because I think whatever the news is at 115, it's going to have a slightly delayed response waiting for the 130 news. USD uh, USD CAD just broke resistance, looks slow. Now, I don't touch any major markets, Dan, and the reason for that is they're not volatile enough for me. They don't move enough. Okay, you'll have days where they do. Um, Definitely looks like we are gonna move higher on this market. Based off the daily, I'd see 138.36, so another 40 pips higher. Uh, but it's not something I would look to trade personally. But yeah, I can see why you're looking at it. But a lot of the charts are just horrible at the minute. I mean, I mean, you know my opportunities are really limited based on what I've told you. So I'm only going to look for longs on the NASDAQ. DAX is kind of in the middle of the range, so I'll only look for long or short. I don't mind, but it has to break the levels. And gold, I really only want to trade it long if I'm honest, unless we get a solid break below here, but that means it's going to have to have dropped $20. Now, for those of you that, whether you're new or part of the members, we launched a new program basically this morning. I mentioned it yesterday. We've had two spaces gone, and I've got around 9 people looking at the remaining few. One person has already applied for a 0% credit card, so he can split his payments over, I think, 24 months, he said, which I thought was a very smart way of doing it. um, uh, yeah, 24 months is, uh, but obviously it's personal circumstances that matter. Now, while we're waiting for this to go, how's everyone's morning been? Have you had a good morning? Has it been productive? Has it been slow? My fifth coffee and my voice has nearly come back to some kind of normalness without the Barry White. And the downside to it when it's like this, guys, is it's very, very difficult from my standpoint to talk about charts that aren't moving. Maybe we should recap the two trades we took this morning. So what we did this morning is we took two trades. We took a DAX short and a DAX long. So what it looked like, the first DAX short was up here, and so if we just zoom into this area and we think about our principles. Now this is where it's interesting. So if you look at the data here, you see this candle didn't close below, right? Let me show you my broker data, which is why it's important to trade what you see or what's given to you. Let's change screen. Okay, so same bit. If you look here, support is here, and this candle here actually closed below. So you can see this candle here closed below the level. We've got a wick, the next candle wicked up. We sold underneath the low. We came down. I scaled half out at 20 pips. I scaled another half out at 30 pips. And then on the 8 a.m., so because 8 a.m. here, this is the 7:55 candle. Basically, it came down, it pushed down first. So I just moved my stop above the highs because I didn't want to get spiked on the 8 a.m. candle. And just go back to my entry price. So I brought my stop down above the high of this candle. Now, as you can see, I got stopped and then it's continued to drop another from where I got stopped, which is about there. Dropped another 70 points. But look, I'm not greedy. I don't mind. The next setup was a beauty. Where were we? Here. So support level, candle closed above. Now this resistance level is no longer needed because last time price came here, it broke through. So our next resistance level is up here. So if you look here, guys, here was our resistance level. This market wicked down, bought the break of the high, and we easily got our 20 pips. It pulled back, scaled out again at 30 pips, and then this candle here stopped me out at break even. So two very, very textbook trades. But if you notice, look what was. Tell me a characteristic that I've spoke about today that you can see on both of those trades. So the first one was, I'm just going to get rid of these. So the first one was short here, and the second one was long here. So tell me what you see about those trades. What do you see, guys? Do you know what? There's some pricks. Someone's just sent me a message. Dad, save this new number. As if, I mean, uh, exactly, Nick. That's the main thing that I always say. Look at these candles that we were trading into. Here, that space there. Look at that. Boom. And then for the trade back up, look at that there. Look at those candles you're trading into. Absolutely clear space. This is momentum. This is the likelihood of the market stopping where you've got candles like this is very, very low. So if you're going to pick a trade where you've got an easy path to take. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, does that make sense, guys? So these are the things that when you're looking for a trade, you want to make sure you're giving yourself the best opportunity for success. So, right, let's go back to trading view while we're waiting for, I mean, nothing's happened there through ADP. Absolutely nothing. So I'm guessing the news was kind of non-existent. Where are we there? It's came in slightly better than forecast. So we were forecast 77,000 jobs, and there was an increase of 104. Crystal clear. That's it. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so slightly better than forecast on the ADP. I mean, I wouldn't say it was. Looks like it's kind of a mean number. A lot better than the last 3 months, that's for sure. Gold is having a little tick up on the back of that, but we've got GDP news coming, so we're not going to rush into anything just yet. We've got 6 minutes. Uh, 5 minutes. So patience, guys, patience. I mean, look, we've done the hard work today, right? For those of you that are members, we had 2 trades this morning. We've hit the 2 wins. So we don't need to force anything now, which is a great position to be in. No matter what, your day's a victory, right? So we either double down on the victory if we get an opportunity, or we just let the day roll out. We don't need to do anything else. Yeah. So we've got some new members in this in the group already sharing their profits after being with us just a couple of days this morning. That's great to see. One new member this morning did $60 or £60 profit. Now you imagine that, right? One trade, $60 or £60. You do that for the week, that's $300 or £300 for one trade. Over the course of the month, it's $1,200 in a 4-week month. It's $1,500 in a 5-week month. So, and if you can do 60 a day, what can you do? If you can do $60 a day, tell me another number you can do. If you can do $60 a day, what else can you do? 600, absolutely. The only difference is the zero at the end. And it's not about placing more trades. It's about getting in the gym and picking up bigger weights. Yeah? So getting in the gym and doing bigger weights is just here trading. We're trading at a certain lot size and we get used to trading that certain lot size. We get results at trading that lot size. So the natural thing we do is we scale. That's it. Remember, guys, we've only got what 2 days left. So today and tomorrow to get your Instant FX Capital account opened and your first trade placed. If you do it today or tomorrow and get that first trade placed, you will then be entered into the prize draw tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Oh, Whirlwind has just come in. Yes, darling. I'm just working, darling. After, yeah, can you close the door for me? Thank you. Oh, 1 second, guys. So my little princess just came in and asked if I could take her for a wee wee. Um, yeah, so exactly, Kaylin. If you can do 60, you can do 600. And that is the whole thing about trading. It's exactly like the gym. It's exactly like, I can't think of it being anything better than being like the gym because it's all about the repetition. You know, if you go and you do a bench press or you do bicep curl or it's a particular movement that you do, right? Okay, you can change the angle of the movement, but in terms of the mechanics is the same. And if the mechanics you don't keep it the same, you don't get the right, you don't get uh, the right usage of the muscle. So then it doesn't perform at its maximum. So if it doesn't perform at its maximum, you're not going to get the best growth. So when you're trading, you want to think like that because you want to make sure that the system that you're placing is consistent and you're doing it in the same methodical manner. That way, when it comes to looking at your results, we can see consistency. We should be able to see not just consistency in doing it wrong. Cheers, Adam. Take care, bud. We then see the growth in the account, and when we see the growth in the account, guess what we do? We up the lot size. So we've got about, oh, right, news is out. See what happens. So trading view is not moving. How bizarre. Trading view. Ah, that's why. Interesting. Uh, Okay, so big uptick in GDP quarter on quarter. Actual greater than four. So I guess tariffs are working. I guess that. Oh dear. We've got someone coming in, I think. She doesn't sound very happy. We might have a we might have a guest. Alana? Oh dear. Um, what's wrong? Okay, we're still not seeing anything. Right. Oh. Okay, so um, if there was a bigger range here, I'd be interested in placing a buy stop above the high. Alana, come in. Come in. Alana, what's wrong? Alana, do you want to come in? Sorry, guys. Hi, Stephen. How you doing? Um, so not really seeing a great deal at the minute, guys. I would be longs above here. I feel like a long above gold above the news candle high, which is what I'm gonna put in. Come in, Alana. I'm gonna put it in. I don't think we'll trigger. What's wrong, sweetie? Sorry? You want me to dress you? Okay, well, I can dress you in a minute. Okay. Alright. Sit here. Okay. Daddy's just placing a trade. Um, okay, so let me change screen, guys. Okay, there we go. So basically, what I've done is this is the news candle. We're just looking at the market flipping the bias after the news. So the news has sent gold down, and I need it to trigger on this candle. So this 30-minute candle here, this 30-minute candle, I need it to trigger. And I'm going to put the target way out the way because like this, and I'm going to do partial TP at 100 pips, and I'll take 60% off because it's a news trade. And then the other one I'm going to put up here, which is make it's 300 pips. Okay, now it needs to trigger on this 30-minute candle. So what I'm looking for is see if price will reject this area and completely flip and go bullish. Now, if that doesn't happen and price stays down here, during this 30-minute candle, what I'll do is cancel the order. Mark, because of the time difference between UK and Bermuda, I think you need to change the name to Train and Trade. Trade. Unfortunately, there's someone out there with that name, Train and Trade, and they're causing me no end of grief. There's a guy called Asad Agar, and I think he's ripping a lot of people off because I keep getting. I used to go to the gym in the morning, Stephen, but that's why I called it Trade and Train. So because I went into men's physique competitions because I thought they'd be the most uh, disciplined people on the planet to work with. But unfortunately, most of them didn't want to trade. They just wanted to go to the gym or set up supplement companies or set up apparel companies to go to the gym. You okay? Do you want to put Mickey on? Okay. Uh, so, oh, Alana, Mummy's calling. Go see Mummy quickly. Go and see Mummy now, please. Go and see Mum. Stop crying, darling. Okay. Hi, Vic. How you doing, buddy? Okay. There's no need to cry. I'm trying to help me place the trade. Trying to help me place the trade. Yep. Okay. So look, we're gonna put. You see this black candle here? We're gonna put a buy order above that, and then the people who are watching, they might do it as well. Okay. So realistically, over the next 23 minutes, guys, if this candle stays down here, we then want to watch for a potential buyer candle like we can see here. Let me just put an arrow over that. If we get something, you see that green arrow there? Let me just change the color of it, maybe be a bit easier to see if I make it a dark blue. There, can you see that one, guys? All right, if we get something like that down here in the next 15 minutes, then we get a wick down, we can look to buy it back up into the range because we're going to have clear traffic. That's only if the candle closes like this. If it starts to reverse and go back up, then that potential trade will be completely off limits. Yeah? Does that make sense, guys? So we're looking at that. NASDAQ's not moving. DAX isn't moving. It's a very laborious session so far. Not a lot going on. Uh, okay. 7 minutes left for the 15 to close. So, but again, there's no shorts on the table for the sells because if we look below here, next structure levels here, we've got these wicks in the way. There's just nowhere we can look at opportunities. Maybe underneath 35. No, but even that, if you look here, guys, that wick there takes up half the range of there. So literally the cells are just non-existent. Um, Good afternoon, guys. I see that we do have a pending buy order in just on the break of the high of the news candle to see if the market, the way it's initially reacted to the news, see if it's just going to reverse. If it carries on going down, I don't care. I'll just cancel the order. But this is just literally to see what's going to happen. And to be fair, if we can break the high of yesterday, I think we could run significantly higher. But we're a long way from doing anything like that right now. Any questions so far, guys? Is this going to be another one of those paint drying sessions where, oh, hold on, all right, let me just, I'm just going to go back to, I hate analyzing on MetaTrader, so let's just go over here. So that's 23. What have we got range-wise? 45 pips. Full compliments to on pound New Zealand. Brilliant. That's nice. I I I didn't see. I don't follow the end of day trades. I don't want to get lured into looking back at the markets at the end of the day. I literally, once I'm done, I'm done. Let's see. Uh, New Zealand. Uh, where was pound New Zealand? Oh, mummy's going quick. Go on then. Go. Go quick. Daddy's working. I'll come and help you. I'll come and help you in a couple of minutes. Go, 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 go. Guys, just bear with me 1 second. Bear with, bear with me 1 second, guys. I just need. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm in demand today. Right, has anything happened? No, gold's not moved. Oh, right, I'm going to cancel that gold order now, guys. Cancel the gold order. Because I'm going to see if we can get a 15-minute bullish candle close now. Because now we've got clear traffic. So we've got 14 minutes to wait. Now, obviously, our order was above here. Fingers crossed the next 15 minutes or the next 14 minutes won't push too hard. I'm not interested in any sells below here, guys. I'm not interested in any sells. Reason being, there's no room. Okay, there's no room to go. So there's no free traffic, so no trades. So I'm looking at buys on gold. I'm looking at buys on NASDAQ above 23. Let's make it 20. Oh, 23,397. DAX. DAX will look for longs above there. Shorts below 24,150. So 150 pip range where there's nothing to do. Uh, so what was the pound New Zealand trade then, Stephen? I didn't see that. I just had a look on the trade ideas. Was that? Oh, it was in the watch list channel. Oh, was it a trade or was it just an chart analysis? Turn it into. Yeah, so look, this is I don't have the H8, but effectively this is what you're looking for. You want to see the market pull back and reject this area. Yeah, you don't want to see it stay below here. You want to see it reject this area for the next push up. So that's what you'd be looking for. Gold's dropping. I don't mind it dropping, to be fair, because this is creating some clear range for us to trade into. So if we can drop, I don't mind if it drops down here or anywhere where it is. As soon as we get a bullish 15-minute candle, we're going to look to trade it back up into that range. Do you see, guys? So we are now creating some clear space to trade into, which is what we've been waiting for. Just have to wait for that clear space. But this, yeah, no, I mean the trades. If he's going to send out a trade, he'll always put it in the trade ideas channel. Um, but the watch list channel is just what you're expecting to happen, and then you'll be looking to make a trade based on those expectations. Uh, this can go because now I don't need that anymore because I'm not going to be trade. Well, I don't know. Let's see if Adam's going to be around tonight. If Adam's not around tonight, um, then I might just do a FOMC smash and grab session. So, oh, maybe I'll do that anyway. Might do it on YouTube, and then Adam can still do the evening end of day sessions. So, who'd be up for a 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. session on YouTube? Now, these are the things that come September, I will just be keeping for the inner circle. Okay, so right now, I don't mind. We'll keep doing as normal. Yeah, yeah, buddy. Okay, let's do it. Let's do 7:30 YouTube. Hopefully, Adam's like, where is everyone? But I'm just I'm bored watching these markets at the minute. Not gonna lie. But you can't see this is where discipline comes in, right? You you can either sit here a good first day mark, 2 wins, 1 loss, 5% up. Oh, let's go, buddy. Let's go. And that's the spirit, mate. That's the spirit. Okay, so one thing I would say is, when it comes to um that's proper just throwing me. What was I saying? This is when you know you got memory problems. I just saw one comment and it's completely thrown me. I don't even have a clue what I was saying. Someone give me a reminder. Oh God, I'm sure it'll come back to me. If it was important, it'll come back. I hope so anyway. So well done, Dan. First day in the community, 5% up. That's a great start. I mean, put it this way, if you can do that every day in your first month, you'll have doubled your account. Now, don't try and do it. Just focus. Oh God. Oh God, here she comes. Come in. Alana, come in. Alana, come in. Bless her, she's tired, I think. Oh God. Uh, Kayl, yeah, can you hear? You were talking about trading tonight and making us all a ton of money. Yeah, I tell you what, that's the, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. And that's my objective every day, right? Just unfortunately, some days work out better than others. So we're seeing some lovely downward move here. So remember what I said at the beginning of the session? If price could come all the way down here, I'd be super happy if we get a rejection. Now, I didn't think it would do it, to be fair. I did not think we'd do it, but you never know. Okay. Um, well, hourlies are closing. Okay, NASDAQ. Let's see what we can do with the NASDAQ on the open. So I think right now, if I'm gonna pick a, if I had to pick a trade that, all right, options, guys, will be long NASDAQ on break above here, and gold if we get a 15-minute bullish candle down here. So we've got like 20, 19 minutes to wait for a potential gold setup. So we need this candle to close, and then another 15-minute candle. And so until that happens, we 'cause just waiting for something to happen. 2 minutes for the hourly to close. I'm so sorry, guys, but this is the issue when markets are quiet. We really can't force anything. Nothing looks good. I wouldn't even. Yeah, only thing I would, like I say, only thing I would be remotely interested in is buys on Nasdaq if we can get above that resistance level of 23,400, and gold if we can get a bullish candle down here. Now we've come into this area. Bless her, she's not happy. She's missing me. That's the dog now. Come on, Spence. Smallest room in the house, and everyone wants to be in it. Only downside is markets aren't moving. So we'll just sat here. But this, you know, yesterday, who was here yesterday? Who was here yesterday? Who was on the live stream yesterday? Who was here yesterday? If you were here yesterday, we waited, I think it was 80 minutes. 80 minutes. We didn't even have a sniff of a trade. Nothing. And then after 80 minutes, we got a setup, we got a trade, we hit our TPs. And then a few minutes after that, we got another trade and we hit our TPs. So, moral of the story is if you are, oh, this is probably what I was saying earlier, is if you're going to dedicate to trading certain times of the day, then stick for it for the duration because we don't know when it's going to move. We don't know how it's going to move. We don't know if it's going to move after the news, during the news. But see, right now, we're getting, I mean, we've got 13 minutes to wait. It could fly all the way back up to the top, and if it does, then there's no trade. But if it stays anything like this, then we have a wick down by the highs. Here she is, the Matadora in a circle number 2. Good afternoon. Oh, you've missed absolutely nothing, Anna. Nothing. The markets, I mean, you look at it and you see this big move and you think, ooh, the market, you've missed a huge move. Look, I said at the beginning of the session, there was no sell trades because even though you've got nice structure points, you got wicks, then you got another structure point, wick, another structure point, wicks. So what it has done is created a zone for us to trade into now. And whether that comes from price testing this level, or whether it's a buyer candle here, a new support formed, or yeah, exactly. I'm looking at this now as a range trade because we're back in the bottom of this range where we've seen the market literally respect number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all within a few dollar radius. So, but we need these kind of moves to clear out all the crap. So that's basically what's happened now. We've cleared out all this crap here, and in theory, maybe we get a buyer candle and we can trade back in, or maybe it might push down to here or even a little bit lower before we get a buyer candle. Either way, we know there's an opportunity coming maybe in the next 15, 30, 45 minutes. Yeah, we're not going to force it. We just have to wait. Yeah, see, look, I saw this level here and I was trying to work out why I hadn't, because I couldn't see it quite clearly because of that box. But if you just look at these candles. You just got one decent candle here, and then the rest are all wicks to the top side, wicks to the downside, wicks to the top side. There's just nothing, no clear range, no clarity. This is just a big sit on your hands in here. So we need it to get below there. 10 minutes to go, guys. 10 minutes, and we might get an opportunity. We might not. If you're new to the stream, guys, let me know. Remember, there is just 2 days left. Uh, so 9 minutes. Uh, okay, 7 minutes. Come on, let's get some buyers in. Just took 68 pips on dollar yen using BPC. Let's have a look. Dollar yen, dollar yen. Okay, all right, let's have a look. Right, interesting. So, where, all right, maybe there's a little bit of confusion in here, Dan, but did you trade this one? Is this the one that you traded? The 12 o'clock candle? 11:45. Correct. Okay. So it's a great setup. It's a great setup. Let me just check on the space. Okay. So for me, the only thing that I would be hesitant on is the amount of pips you've got to this wick. So I always want to see, if, let's say we're doing 10 pip first target. I'd want to see 15 or 20 pips available so that if you get slipped and um, there's a bit of, you just got slipped and spreads, you've got a bit of margin for error. Okay. But in terms of what I'm seeing, I like it because you've got nice little base formed, nice little resistance. So you've got tight range formed. It's broken out, so you've had a change in structure. It's pulled back. Buyers have stepped in. The next candle's wick down. You've bought. This would be an area where I'd be taking a lot of profit off as well, um, which would be 32 pips, and then you've just maxed it out. Well done. So great trade, and I can see exactly what you were looking at with the break of structure, change in structure. Only thing that I would be hesitant on personally will be this wick here. But other than that, superb. No, I want. it's not necessarily the wick. I want to see more rooms that if you're going for here, I want to see that price can push higher because like your resistance, if you look at it, your resistance is here. So in theory, price could stop there, and it did on this candle. So I think a better option would be looking at maybe this one as a breakout. Then as it pulls back, you buy the break of the highs. So you might miss this initial trade, but I can see why you've taken it. Yeah, because in theory, your resistance is there. So you're buying straight into resistance. And then above that wick, if you wanted to trade that, again, you've reduced your potential reward on this one. So I would I would have liked this resistance to be up here and the wick could be a bit higher. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, everything is a learning curve. You might find that um you spot some awesome trades, and then other things might just happen and go, right, why did that happen? And I have a buy stop on top of yesterday's daily candle on gold. Yeah, I like that, Anna. If it's going to trigger, I think it'll happen through FOMC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it there. Keep it there. Because if it triggers, it's going to be a massive shift in sentiment. And if it comes, it'll probably come through FOMC tonight. Um, Now, what I would be looking at doing personally is I want to be trying to find some opportunities. But look, however, we've no idea how FOMC is going to play out. We don't know what they're saying, and we don't know what they say, how it's going to impact future um, future positioning from the big players in the market. We've no idea. So what we have to do is we have to trade according to what we see, not what we think. It's easy after the event to create a story to say, oh, this is what happened, and that's why it's done this, and that's why it's done that. We'll still never know. We just create a story that fits the chart afterwards, which is easily done. Try and create a story before the chart's done. That's the difficult bit, and that's what we try and do. So that's why yesterday we waited all that time, and I said, right, this is what we're going to do if this happens. So, like right now, this candle's not setting up for a buy. But if we get a 15-minute bullish candle next, and then we get a wick down, we'll buy the high of that. So we're planning what the next candle is going to look like. We're planning how we're going to take advantage of it. We're planning where we'll take our profits and how we'll get out. So we do everything in advance. We don't wait for the market to do whatever it's going to do and then go, oh, it did it because of X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that's not going to put money in the bank. Yeah, we can be a great storyteller. We could become a new Enid Blyton or J.K. Rowell because we can tell a story to what the chart did. But ultimately, yeah, we need we need a bit more than that, guys. We need to be able to do it right now when it matters. Are there any new people to the live stream here? If you are, it's been a slow day today, and it was a slow day yesterday. These are things that you're going to have to get used to. We can't make the market move. And yes, you've probably seen this big move here, and you go, "Oh wow, look at that! It's moved really far." There wasn't a setup. There wasn't a setup. Okay, so now we're getting in the zones. Okie dokie. This is what we want to see. We're in the money spot now. All right. There we go. Let's see this pop a little bit. 13 minutes, guys. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. And then, if we see anything like this, we're going to be good to go. Yeah. If we take out the high of this candle, I think we'll pop. But let's hope we can stay down here, leave it as a bullish candle close, wick down, and then buy the high of this candle. And that's what we're planning, and that's what we want to see. But we've got 12 minutes to wait. It's been a long old session. We're 78 minutes in. We haven't even placed a trade. This is patience, patience, patience. This is where sometimes I wish that YouTube you could have as two-way chat as opposed to just waiting for you guys to ask me questions. Because then at least I could be having a conversation with someone. But when I'm sat here and just talking at a screen with little coming back when the markets aren't moving, some days this is what I have is I've got one of my other screens and I just keep flicking for things that might potentially give me something to talk about. So, in fact, I know what I saw this morning. I forgot to look. Did you see the tsunami in Russia? Volcano erupts after huge quake hits Russia as tsunami alerts downgraded. Okay. Yeah. Fifth biggest earthquake ever. Russia has cancelled tsunami warning, but volcano has erupted. Okay. Right. Here we go. 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes, and then if this candle stays like this, we have a potential sell, but it's 10 minutes. We'll come back to this in a few minutes, but there is zero happening. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe gold come back to where it started on the day, just in anticipation that FOMC. I mean, look, seeing gold dropping like this and indexes not really moving. Oh, we've got 9 minutes actually for what earnings have we got today actually? Uh, investing live. USD, Kickstart FMC, interesting. No. Japan. No. Trump reaffirmed that first. Okay, so it's interesting to see that the markets are staying pretty high after Trump just reaffirms that 1st of August trade deadline will not be extended for tariffs. Big tech earnings. It's Microsoft and Meta are today, but it's after hours. Uh, okay, so Meta are saying the forecast they've spent up to 65 billion in capex this year, with the latest guidance pointing to somewhere between 64 and 72 billion. So all eyes will be on whether that figure will blow up even more and what will be next year. There are whispers that it could come in above 90 billion in 2026. That's some serious spending, guys. They're basically saying that in AI landscape, firms that either spend or risk getting left behind. So the question is, will that spending be matched in revenue generation? We'll see. So could be some wild swings after hours there for Meta. Um, what's it say about Microsoft? Nothing. So it's just a Microsoft analyst is expecting quarter. Uh, yeah, it's pretty quiet for Microsoft. But 6 minutes, guys, 6 minutes. Need to see gold push up a little bit better in order to be taking a buy position. I'd want this buyer candle to be a little bit more prominent with a, doesn't need to be massive, but I'd want to see a white body. Um, guys, this is so quiet. Need need something to happen. And look at that, it's turned negative. Bloody typical. 5 minutes. DAX. Now just remember, because we've only got 2 days until um, tariffs. If there is some agreement between ECB and US with Trump, then expect the DAX to fly. And if it's going to happen today, tomorrow. Obviously, a few days ago, there was rumors about a 15% sort of tariff deal being agreed in principle, where certain other industries, the tariffs were going to be waived. I think airlines and certain agricultural products were in the list. I can't remember, but airlines definitely were, or aeroplanes. So if we can, I mean, it may just go without us. If something is agreed, it may just pop and just keep going. But if we are fortunate enough where the market does close above this area, wick down, we can get a buy, and then something happens, then superb. But this is why we have to have those rules absolutely crystal clear so we know what we're doing prior to the event. We don't want to be reactive to a situation. We want to be ready to go based on certain things. 4 minute, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. All right, we could be setting up. Could. And if this doesn't close bullish, then ugh, if it doesn't close bullish, then not a lot we can do, guys. Ah, testing me today. Peter Cole, if it closes below, is a sell on the cards? Uh, not for me. I just don't like the fact that it's just come straight down. So, I mean, to be fair, it's gone into the whole range now anyway. But I would be more inclined to look for a sell if we'd had a rejection, created a lower high, and then come down. Could it hit 3,300? Yeah, potentially. Take out these lows and then come back. So look, we're just waiting for support to be found. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit annoying. We're just waiting for that 15-minute bullish candle. The main thing is now we've got space to trade into. 1 minute. Now, in theory, this is where, look, you've got 0568. Just under foot on. There's nothing you can do here, guys. Absolutely nothing. Okay, Naz is getting a bit jittery, but there's nothing for us to do there. Just watching NASDAQ right now. It's I'm thinking we call it a day and we come back at 7:30. That is what I'm thinking, but I'm contemplating it, giving it 15 minutes. No, you know what, guys? I think you've sat here for long enough. If I see anything or if any of my alerts go off, I'll share the charts in the members channel. Um, we do have 2 days left to get yourself an instant FX Capital account. Um, and it is the last 2 days of the membership being £97 a month, and we go back to £147 in August. So if you are contemplating it, guys, um, then make sure you go to the Stand store. You can do that here or there. Oh, um, other than that, guys, that is absolutely nothing for me right now. If this one closes bullish and it doesn't need to get back above here anymore, so it just needs, if you get a bullish candle and a wick down, buy the highs. Yeah, it's in a nice zone now. Okay, guys, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, but that's what I'd watch for. 15-minute candle, bullish candle, 12 minutes to wait. If it closes bullish, wick down, buy the highs, loads of free space to trade into. I wouldn't be surprised if gold is back near the day's open price ahead of FOMC. So, guys, take care. And if you are one of the 8 looking at the final few spaces of the inner circle, just keep me updated on who's what you're doing so I can keep everyone else posted on what they need to do from their side. So, have a great afternoon, guys. I will see you 7:30 tonight for FOMC special. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.